Let me help you avoid two very common mistakes that I see English learners make all the time. They're both related to direct and indirect objects, and they make your sentences sound unnatural. I've prepared a free PDF guide to direct and indirect objects, which actually includes a lot more information and examples than I have time for in this video. You can download that free guide by clicking on the link in the video description and entering your email address. Okay, mistake number one. Let's see if you can find it. What's wrong with these sentences? I bought yesterday a new t-shirt. Please finish quickly the report. I'll put on the table the dishes. Can you figure out why they don't sound natural? Well, each sentence has a verb, bought, finish, and put. And each sentence also has a direct object. That's the object that is acted upon by the verb. So the direct object in the first sentence is a new t-shirt. In the second sentence, the direct object is the report. And in the third sentence, the direct object is the dishes. But it doesn't sound natural when we have a word in the middle between the verb and its direct object. That's why these sentences sound strange. So here's the correct way to say them. I bought a new t-shirt yesterday. Please finish the report quickly. I'll put the dishes on the table. So whenever we have a verb with a direct object, we keep the verb and direct object together, and we don't put any words in the middle. Now there's one exception, and that is indirect objects. An indirect object is the person who receives the direct object. So in these sentences, the indirect objects are in green. I gave John the books. Gave is the verb, John is the indirect object, and the books are the direct object. Please send me the report. Send is the verb, me is the indirect object, and the report is the direct object. I'll lend you my car. Lend is the verb, you is the indirect object, and my car is the direct object. So it's okay to have an indirect object in the middle between the verb and the direct object. Mistake number two has to do with indirect objects. So sometimes students say, I gave to John the books. Please send to me the report. I'll lend to you my car. And these sentences are also incorrect. If you want to use the word to, then you must put the indirect object at the end of the sentence. I gave the books to John. Please send the report to me. I'll lend my car to you. Now these sentences have the same meaning as when we put the indirect object in the middle. I gave the books to John is the same as I gave John the books. Both are correct. So to review, when a verb has a direct object, keep that direct object immediately after the verb. Please finish the report quickly, not finish quickly the report. It is possible for an indirect object to come in the middle. Please send me the report. Or the indirect object can be at the end with to. Please send the report to me. You just can't put it in the middle with to. That's not correct. We often put the indirect object at the end of the sentence with to if the indirect object is a long phrase. For example, please send the report to the managing editor of the newspaper. The managing editor of the newspaper, it's quite a long phrase, so it's best to put it at the end of the sentence after to, and not in the middle between the verb, send, and the direct object, the report. Got it? Now you can form sentences with direct and indirect objects and be confident that they are correct and natural English. Again, you can see a lot more example sentences in the free PDF, so make sure to download that by clicking the link, entering your email address, and I'll send it to you. If you'd like to correct your mistakes and learn to use English more confidently, check out my Advanced English Grammar course, which will take your English from good to great. It includes feedback on writing tasks, which are included with every lesson. Visit my website at espressoenglish.net to look for the Advanced Grammar course and join it.